Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning with me, Brigand Hall. We're going to explore the Tywili Coast. Oh, that was really easy. If I mapped out this path, I have not. Well, finding plenty of armbands. I'm going to make a pretty chunk of change off of killing all these freemen. Crescendent Seal. A ring pulsing with many accumulated years of knowledge. Plus 14% experience bonus. I'm not going to use that. We're already over leveled. I'm going to go check this chest again real quick. Where the heck did he... Let's try this again. That was weird. He fell right into our trap and then he disappears. And he reappears a good ways behind me. Really need to go take care of my inventory. What quest am I currently on? I think that's the entrance to Rathir. Alright, so this must be Colne, the destroyed town we keep hearing stuff about. The one that the people of Tyrion's Rest really doesn't like. What was this? The Blackened Hall. That was fun. The chakrams are really fun. You know what? I don't know which tree increases chakram damage. Daggers and Feyblades, draw power, longbow. I'm going to assume that it's sorcery. Yeah, there it is. We might just level up this episode. I'm pretty sure that I have some experience boosters. I could make it happen if I really wanted to. Really, that tiny ridge? Alright, let's pop one of these. We'll grab this.
A foulness unknown to Tyrion's tired pilgrims lumbered in the plains. Laboured grunts trumpeted the call of brutish Jotun, the giant-kin of old, the hammer-wielders. In grievous march they trampled wood and tumbled stone. The fleshy weight of steppes crushed the bones of warriors past. Kelleran's legion spread too thin. Beala's prayers went unanswered, and the fear of death came too easily with the heavy step of the hill-dwellers.
Alright, so is this... To me, this seems like it's the prison for Rathir. It has a similar name, but it's called Rithin. Seriously, I'm getting a ton of shadow prisms. I want to dance? Let's dance. I think these guys are relying a little bit too much on their immortality. Because outside of that, they're a bit of a joke. Seriously, shadow prisms in almost every container. It's getting a little absurd. Oh, a crab. I was wondering what I was hearing there. Pangara's basement.
They found me! Make it quick. Thank Matharu. I thought I'd die here, the last of Coln's settlers, alone.
Tuatha Raiders.
When we arrived, there was nothing here. Then, like a second dawn march, they were everywhere. Why do they hate us? They're not like the other Fae.
Settlers.
After 10 years spent wandering the plains, we thought we could rebuild our homes. How could we be so wrong?
Dawn March.
It was after the Tuatha's first defeat in Erethal. They were scattered, but regrouped south of Tywili. Under cover of night, they marched north, and with the dawn attacked Rathir. General Telera's forces cut them off and drove them back into the sea.
Coln.
All around you. This was Coln. It might have been again, but now everyone is gone. Damn Tuatha.
Anella.
She promised we'd rebuild Coln. Should have known that was impossible. Can't blame her. We chose to come here, hoping that war was far enough gone that we might rebuild.
Anella. Is she alive?
Anella and the foragers were out when the Tuatha came. It was a massacre until they returned and drove them off. She and the others set off for Verki, where Anella said they came from. If you've got any hope of finding her alive, you'll get there quickly.
Okay. Verki.
Stronghold in southern Tywili. Mostly destroyed during the war.
Foragers.
Anyone who could fight had left to forage. When the Tuatha finally came, there was no one to resist.
So where's Anella now?
Verki. Head south through the narrow pass, then turn east. If you want to help her, you'd better go now.
Okay. Well, cool. So one of the questless dungeons now has a quest. Which we might end up doing this episode, depending on how long it takes to map out the rest of northern Tywili. Is this chest above or below? Below. We fought these guys last episode. Darn stuttering, man. Gonna make it a habit of mentioning the stuttering at least once per episode, because I'm still self-conscious about it. But I'm also resolved to finish this game, no matter what it takes. Oh sweet, prisoner lockpick. It's been a while since we found one of those. Starting to run a little low on them. Oh sweet, 2 more. Ask and ye shall receive. Hey, look at that. Just throwing prisoner lockpicks at me now. Now I have to finagle with a very hard lock ever again. Nope, don't want to exit. Hey, I break the 4 million gold mark. I should be able to get up here, discover the moon camp and the Rathir fast travel points. Madrigal Fen.
You look like you've been in some tight spots. There's a bounty out on a damn set of deserters. What do you say?
Tywili Coast.
Look at it. Scarred and singed as a blacksmith's hand. That is what you get from war.
Tuatha Raiders.
You're sure there are Tuatha here in Tywili? It has happened before. Maybe they'll meet some of my good-for-nothing runaways and give them a thrashing.
Madrigal Fen.
I did 5 years in Cluricon. Then I got this post back here, seeing fresh recruits trained and off to war.
Cluricon.
Haven't you been? You can feel something in you begin to rot the moment you set foot over there. At least I did.
Deserters.
A fact of life. There are cowards and lying rogues, and that's that. But when they up and run with things of value, that's another thing altogether.
Alright, tell me about the bounty.
5 full crew of fresh recruits had the gall to get fully equipped on our gold coin before they up and ran. The turntails, arms, and armor we can do without. But I'm afraid we also gave each crew a bottle of bog staunch. That's what I need recovered.
Bog staunch.
Cure for a sickness that strikes some the moment they enter Cluricon. Devilish hard to make. We can't have fool deserters running off with any.
Well, I have some here.
So you do, so you do. Find me all 5 bottles, and you've got your bounty. Those fools have run off down the coast, I imagine. hiding here and there.
A bog staunch.
There are things in the air in Cluricon. It doesn't strike everyone, but some get awfully sick their first days there. Bog staunch gets them through it, so we pack a jug with every crew we send over there.
And where are the deserters?
They'll be up and down the Tywili Coast, I think, hiding where they damn well can.
I know that the what they get in Cluricon is probably more magical in nature. But in the military, when you deploy, and when you go to boot camp for the first time, basically any time that you first go somewhere with a large group of people and you're in a confined space, everyone tends to get sick. I think we called it the crud? I don't actually remember now. I didn't have to worry about it because I always took a bunch of airborne before I did stuff like that. The stuff you like put in water to boost your immune system.
The traveler's life. Nothing finer. Not in Rathir, not anywhere, my friend.
And that always worked out for me, so I never really suffered that sickness. Well, except for in boot camp, but afterwards I always took airborne in advance to deploying, and then took it on deployment as well. Everyone else was struggling, and I was over there, bright and shining. Moon camp.
Why, the way is right there, where the red gold flags are flying. You'll find fine musicians, mesmerizing dancers. Fine lads and lasses all. None of the mischief you might have heard tell of. Not here.
I don't like his face. Speaking of the military, there's a guy that I really didn't like, and he looks a little bit like this guy. Rathir.
A fine city for what it is. A bit dull and proper, mind you, and the City Watch don't take kindly to fun of any kind.
Travelers.
Free of foot and light of heart we are. They might barter, trade, and whisper secrets up in Rathir town. But it's to Moon Camp they come for dance and laughter and song.
There's another guy to talk to.
Fancy you.
Bunch of hired hands. Alright, might be faster to do it on the
Pleasant evening.
map. There she is.
Did you think the whole army was across the water in Cluricon? No, I'm afraid some of us are stuck here in Dol de Arn and Rathir.
Give me these and these. I'm gonna hold on to Havoc. I'm gonna start putting points into the greatsword and stuff. Greatsword and I guess longsword. Then what I'll start doing, instead of just using hammers, though I will favor hammers where I can, I'll start using whichever weapon is best when I find it out of the three might weapons. The army.
While it's true we Alpha lead, many humans proudly fill our ranks. All mortals unite against the damned Tuatha Fae.
Sully's rebellion.
No one's quite sure why Sully rebelled against us. A lot of the soldiers are feeling fatigued, though, after fighting for so long. That's why most join with freemen.
Cluricon.
I know they're as cooped up there as we are here, but someday that siege will lift. I want to be there when it does.
Freemen.
The Freemen are a rogue group of our own soldiers who have grown disenfranchised by the war and decided it's easier to cause trouble at home than to keep the Tuatha at bay.
Dove Arn.
Used to belong to House Arn, but that soft sot that inherited wanted nothing to do with it. His loss, the army's gain.
Tuatha Fae.
They're not mortal for one, nor sane either. I've seen them firsthand.
Okay.
Now, sir, I'm sure it will all be sorted out with time.
I should have been there yesterday.
Years. The siege has gone on too long.
A prayer for our troops.
Oh, There's a lore stone over here. I think this is the last lore stone for this area. Let's go grab that real fast. Oh, what's up there? Dove. Oh. So is it a prison?
This is Dolvearn. You an officer? Got an officer's pass? No pass, no entry.
A Dove Arn.
This here's our base, barracks and storehouse west of the Forian Strait. It played a bigger role back when the war raged where you and I stand now. But that was near on 10 years back.
And we're head of.
I gave my captain back chalk once, just once. And what do I get? 3 months guard duty, day and night.
Alpha Army.
It's a privilege to wear the steel helm. All who do should be proud.
I need a pass to get in.
That's right, officers only. If you've got a pass, show it here.
I lost my pass.
An odd night drinking in Rathir, was that it? Woke up with less in your pockets than you used to have? If I had a gold piece every time. We see that, especially from your sort, just back from the front. Well, have this pass we keep for visiting dignitaries. And try not to drink so much.
Alright, I can go in now.
That's right, you're allowed.
Fantastic. Well, let's check it out. So I just walk on in now. Anyone worth talking to? Soldier, soldier. There's enemies in here, that's interesting. I assume this would be like a prison, but it seems a little bigger. And there are enemies in here. I assume we'll come in here later for a quest. I don't think we should be in here yet, but well, here we are. As well as a bunch of prisoner weapons. Also, these traps aren't very useful. They're tucked in corners where people wouldn't normally walk. Darn it. Darn it. What the heck am I stuck on? Seriously, what's all these shadow prisms? That trap was a little tricky. Talisman of Arn. From a stranger in the woods, the child Arn received this talisman. When he died, a great sorcerer, he gave it in turn to a small child, who was soon eaten by a bear. Okay. Alright, chill out, guys. Let's turn into a bard's tale scenario with the giant rat. The isometric bard's tale. Staff of Arn. The family heirloom of the great house of the same name. It has destroyed countless enemies of the Ducklefar nobles. What's it look like? It's okay, I guess. Try to roll at the exact wrong moment. Fire, fire, fire. Do I have anything with fire? Lightning, physical. Darn it. What am I junk? Let's see. Well, let's hope we find something in one of these chests. No! It's blocked off too. Well, we'll figure it out, I guess, next time we come here for a quest. I don't think... Does Quake do fire damage? It says physical. I haven't run across webbed off areas in such a long time. I wasn't prepared for it. Wait, no, these do fire damage. What am I doing? My chakrams do fire damage. Come on, me. I can figure this out. Oh, Gaia's gauntlets. Cool. When I initially equipped my chakrams, that was the first thing I thought about. It's like, sweet, I have fire damage in case I come across webs, and then we never came across webs. Curious of Crucible. So we have a piece of the Crucible set as well. It was, well, regardless, we have two more potential set pieces. Yeah, this is the one that had like the really blocky looking leg pieces that I liked. I don't really care for the Fey Hunter and the Gaia set, but if I get it, it'll be a nice change of pace. So I'm feeling towards the end of the game we'll be seeing a lot of Prismeer equipment. And I've always been of the opinion, I think more games should introduce like a living equipment system. So, I've explained before, I'm always on the fence about crafting, because I don't like how crafting it makes all weapon, like all the stuff you find in the world immediately obsolete. And a lot of games do that. And in this game's situation, or in this game's case, there's a lot of really cool looking unique gear that I don't want to not be able to use because I have really powerful crafted gear. But I think a way to kind of circumvent that whole issue is if you give the player an option to choose like a weapon at the beginning of the game, and maybe a set of armor. And while it may not be the strongest in the game, what it could do is as you progress through a game's storyline or quests, it levels up with you and gains effects based on like the quest that you complete.
I have rolled up the song within these lands, raked the life from the bones of the earth. I've left it shivering and stripped bare. I hold its dying magic in my arms.
Because in a lot of games, like the some of the more obscure weapons, like it's hard to find. This game isn't a good example. Pathfinder Kingmaker is a good example. Say you pick, Earthbreakers as your weapon type. There's not a lot of Earthbreakers in Pathfinder. There's two unique ones, I think, and a couple. I guess technically 3 unique ones, because like a cold iron flaming one, but it's not actually unique. But you give the player the option to choose like a weapon and maybe some armor at the beginning of the game. They can level up with them. That way they also they're guaranteed to have the type of weapon they want to use in the game. And they can name it and pick which upgrades it gets as you go. Because what are legendary weapons but weapons that were used by a hero or, you know, some noteworthy figure in the past, right? Well, as the player character, more often than not, you're achieving these legendary feats yourself, so why would you not have a weapon that mirrors your actions in the game like previous heroes had in the past?
Time may sap this country dry and night put out its spark. Still one valley will not be changed. For in its depth lies buried all the magic from these lands, and I will call it Galliford, and it will sing my dying song long after all the rest is dust.
Alright, well, that's all of that. There was... We'll take care of these real fast. These deserters. Yeah, that's been something I've thought games should have for a long time now. There's a reason why. Maybe not all games, but a lot of games, especially like CRPGs and stuff, you start off with whatever weapon you have proficiency in. Let's just run all the way over there. It's annoying. So there's no reason why you could just start out with a weapon. You could name it and go from there. That would take care of a lot of the, and you can make it unique. So you choose which upgrades you get at certain points, or it upgrades based on the decisions that you make throughout the game. And that would take care of a lot of player complaints about not finding so-and-so weapon. Or, you know, there's only like one unique type of that weapon in the game, and you know, and it takes care of that whole problem. And it makes the player feel a little bit more heroic, I think. A little more legendary, because they have a weapon, their own legendary weapon that's gonna, you know, outlast them. Oh, I'm in the moon camp. Alright, we're not doing this yet. Also, what was the effect for this? 20 health. Hot dog.
What's this? All the bog staunch? I knew I could trust you. I'll take that, and here's your gold then.
Well, thank you. Alright, we're actually going to do this quest, so I don't have to backtrack next episode. And in the next episode, we'll probably just go to Moon Camp and talk to everybody there. But for now, we're going to go to Virki and take care of this quest. Rescue Anella. Let's check it out. Ooh. I really like the dungeons that have like an open ceiling like that. It makes it feel larger. Whoops, did I move up? There we go. That should do it. 5 shadow prisms. Oh, I'm so tired of finding shadow prisms. King's Greatsword. 80 health. Yeah, a lot of these items I'm finding probably challenge my current weapon. Well, they're Prismiers, so they could definitely challenge my current weapon if I found a
Die, Tuatha!
if I had the points into the damage upgrade for it.
I appreciate the help, but my work here isn't done.
Ditto.
Unless you're going deeper into Verki, I'll take my leave.
Virki.
Most of
Or
this
Verki.
place fell in the war, but it appears the lower levels were mostly unharmed. Lucky for us.
Tuatha Raiders.
We were out looking for supplies. Came home to find Tuatha attacking the village. All those people dead. At the hands of those monsters. We drove off the first group, but they just kept coming. The survivors scattered. I left to find where the Tuatha had come from.
Foragers.
Those of us who could defend ourselves went out to find supplies. The rest stayed and helped in ruins. Tuatha picked us off, one by one.
Coln.
After 10 years, we thought we could rebuild. I led them here, and here they died. The idea was mine, as is the blame.
That's the spirit. Aethiof Sergrin.
I should have sent word, but I wanted to give him good news from Coln. Tell him things had gotten better. But they never did. And it's my fault that the refugees were lost.
Anella Sergrin.
What did my father say of me? I can look after myself. Though I'm grateful for your help all the same.
Your father sent me.
I'm not going back until the work is done. You'll just have to help. They're coming in through the water gates in the depths of this place. They must have found them. That's their way in.
How do you know?
We see Tuatha crawling out of here every time we pass. As for the gates, I remember them from when I was a child, before the Tuatha came.
Alright, well, I'll come with you.
Unexpected, but thank you. With you here, we just might make it. Let's go.
Where are the gates?
At the bottom, of course. They were used to let boats in. You can be sure we'll find more Tuatha along the way. Are we going?
Alright, seems like we have quite the journey ahead of us. Might regret doing this episode. Yeah, it's a pretty big looking dungeon. Oh well, I'm committed to it now. More shadow prisms. Hot dog. Boots of Justice. Oh, we've read that description before. You found all these uniques. I want to find the Corinthian chess piece. I don't think I'm asking too much. Hey Nella, you wanna help out and not just hide behind the pillar? That'd be nice. I like the 80 mana, I think. Get more harpoons off.
More of them!
Hey, come here, jerk. Alright, so looks like we get to kind of choose which way we go first. We'll start with this direction.
The gate lever! There!
Took my kill, you jerk. Cool, alright, you actually see the gate close.
There's the lever to the gate. Throw it.
Have I come to die? Yeah. I'm the one getting smacked around. I keep not using... That was the wrong one. Not to use this, I can't be interrupted. I'll take more damage, but... They can't interrupt me. Alright, I'm very well rounded in my abilities. What should I get next? What's the next best upgrade? Salvage rare equipment. Use gems as components in crafting. You fail twice before it will explode. I succeed at forcing easy locks. I think that might be it, because that'll be the biggest time saver. Oh, what? Actually, this might be better. 15%, 30% is better. Yeah, let's do it this way. Works for me.
The gate lever! There! They can't get in this way anymore. Let's go.
Oh, we've stopped at Tuatha?
It's finished. Return with me. If I know my father, he'll want to thank you in person. Are we going?
We are going. Alright, so I don't know if I have any more quests in the Tywili Coast right now. Regardless, it might be a good idea to speak to everyone in the moon camp next episode anyway. Then I'll try and clear up any quests that I have before we go into Rathir, because I feel like Rathir is going to take a little while to get through. Well, there's a quest all the way up here. Alright, fine. We'll do it this way. So we talk to her father, then we'll go talk to that other quest giver. That's new.
I will never forget what you have done for me. And
Doctor's medallion.
No thanks could ever be enough, but please accept this humble reward.
Coln.
I too dream of seeing Culn rebuilt, but I fear it will be years past this war's end before such a thing could be.
Aethiof Sergrin.
Just an old merchant with his share of grief, but his share of fortune too. I have a home here in Tyrion's Rest, and my daughter by my side.
Anella.
Not a bird to be caged, I'm afraid. Still, I hope her time on the Tywili Coast has opened her eyes to the realities of the world.
Alright. Where's this quest giver at? I think that quest has been there this whole time. I just never went and talked to that person. The first things first, let's go grab these chests. Because, come on... Corthian chest piece. Nope. Alright, let's grab this quest and then we'll call it an episode and prepare to speak to the moon camp in the next one.
What am I going to do? I've got to be going, but I can't. And I can't go back to Dovearn, but I must.
Tywili.
Honestly, I feel like a hare hunted by hawks out here.
It's like we're meeting in secret with our backs to each other. We can't be seen talking to each other. Rathir.
Nothing like it anywhere in Amalur, I promise you. Beauty, elegance, wisdom. There's no putting it to words, really.
Dovearn.
It was my home. That was before I deeded it to the Alfar army and went to Rathir with my pocket full of gold. It went 10 years untouched by the Tuatha foe. That's common knowledge. 10 years stuck in a cold stone prison was how I saw it.
Clyatharn?
I am the rightful heir to Dovearn. Or I was, at any rate. I've spent the last few years in lovely old Rathir, pretending like a fool nothing would change.
What have you got to leave?
The war, my friend. The war. I've been called. The truth is, I should have been gone days ago. Only I'd be far more eager for the adventure if I had my family arms with me. They're in there, Dovearn.
Family arms.
Ancestral staff and talisman. What any self-respecting Arn's worn to battle since time immemorial. If I hadn't left them somewhere in that damned tower, I'd be wearing them now.
Why can't you get them?
I'm not supposed to be here. I ought to have shipped out days ago. That's what I've been trying to say. I need, well, want to get my family arms and slip off before anyone knows I was here. Only how?
Well, I've been to Dovearn.
You have? How did you get in? And did you happen to come across the staff and talisman?
Here it is.
That's it! No mistaking this old piece of wood. I feel braver just holding it in my hands. And the talisman? Did you find it in its place?
Sure did. It's right here.
Ah, wonderful. I couldn't say how many blades and arrows this saved my family from. I'll feel safer with it on my arm, all the same. Here, have this for your troubles.
The war.
The name of Arn kept me safe until now. But a war is a hungry beast, and I suppose it was in my cards to be called sooner or later.
Dovearn.
Life in a fortress sounds grand, but I'd take Rathir, with its fetes and food and fair-eyed ladies, any day. And
Alright, done with that, and we got Doctor's Medallion. 10% poison resist, 10% health, 10% health regen per second. What? And how much health do I have? That's 7%. I have 7%. 7. Wait, 10% per second. No, that's wrong. Sorry. That's 70. 71. 71 health per second. I don't know. That's so hard for me to do. Yeah, 71 health per second. That's a ton. That's so much health regen. That's crazy. And I get an extra 10% health. On top of that, so I get an extra 71 health on top of that. That's crazy. I want to hold on to this one. Maybe once I get another item that gives me +1 to might abilities, if one of the unique sets that I have does that. Let's see. Yeah, Gaia's Curious. The chance of stun is really good because I get all that bonus damage off of stunned enemies. Like, this is okay. It does bleed damage. Piercing damage. Don't care about that. The stun, though. I think I'm going to like Gaia's set a lot. Oh well. Either way, I'm going to call the episode here. Off camera, I'm going to go back and empty out my inventory at my player home, and then I'll meet you guys here in Moon Camp, and we'll speak to the denizens of Moon Camp in the next one. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode.